Hello to Hotelier with the Accent. We are on the episode 2, room 101. Today, I am here with my first guest, Sarka.
Hello, everyone.
Sarka, welcome to the Hotelier with the Accent.
Thank you for having me.
With Sarka, I have the pleasure to work the last, how many years?
4, I believe.
Only?
Yes, you've
Wow.
been here before me, so it's gonna
Yes.
be 4 very soon.
4 years. We work together in many and different projects.
Absolutely.
Thank you again that you're here because I really want you to share your knowledge, your experiences,
I
your
feel
history.
Privileged to be the first guest, so thank you.
Sarka, I'm not very sure if I can understand your accent or not.
You mean that I can't speak properly, or
No. I would say more about accent-wise.
accent-wise?
So, do you want to tell us a bit your background?
So I'm originally from Czech Republic, but I moved to England when I was 21 and lived in England for 7 years. Planned 2, but here you go. Happens.
I came here for 3 months and 6 years later I'm here.
So I guess it happens to everyone.
Yes.
So I guess that my accent is heavily influenced by living in England and
So,
by TV shows and music
in England or
in
By the-
general. I know that my English improved a lot by watching Friends in English. So, but
unfortunately I didn't have this privilege. I watched a lot of movies, a lot of series. So it was a good opportunity for me to get my accent.
yes,
It's a bit of Greek, Spanish, Italian. Okay, Greek.
it's very very Greek. But it's
So,
nice.
do you want to tell us how first of all, did you start your trip in hospitality?
No. When I moved to England, the first job I got was a cleaner in a private school in Somerset, which is on the other side of London. So there was just British English people. And then after 2.5 years, or one and a half year, I moved to London and started the hospitality journey.
We love London, as everybody knows.
We do. I'm going there in a few weeks. I'm so excited.
Now I heard that you need to have special visa to enter if you're European, right?
That's correct. Yes, you need to have an ETA now.
See, you are learning now from Hotelier with the Accent also information how to travel.
Yes.
So, how was the introduction to the hospitality?
It's very.
I know it's a funny story there.
I mean, introduction to hospital is funny story. Yes, so that was when I first moved to London with my sister, and we've been looking for jobs, obviously, as we just moved. And my sister, she had an interview, and she went to an interview to a private members club for a waitress in a restaurant. And during the interview, she said, "I'm really sorry, but this is not going to work for me because of the hours. My sister had a dog, so it just didn't align." So she told them, "But my sister would be available if you would like to see her."
Wow.
And they agreed, and they met me, and they gave me the job.
Yes.
And I became a waitress slash food runner.
Congratulations to your sister for being such a philanthropist.
That was the second job she got me, because she also got me the cleaning job before in Somerset.
Oh.
Yes, she asked me, "Do you want to come to England?" I was like, yes. So she found me a job in the school, because she was an au pair at the time. So at the school where the kids been going to, she just went and asked, she wants to come.
Wow, what a sister, huh?
Yeah.
Well done to her.
I love her very, very much. Not because of that, I love her in general. But it's helpful, yes.
So you start
I started in a fine dining restaurant in a private members club
Okay.
as a waitress slash food runner.
Oh, these runners.
Food runners. I had no idea what it means when they said it. I was like, yeah, sure, I'm taking it, whatever. But no clue.
I had the same. I was my first experience in a 5-star hotel was in as a runner. They told me you're gonna be a runner, and I was like, yes, I will be a runner.
Yes.
That is a big red flag. I tell you, in 1.5 months, I destroyed one pair of shoes totally flat with holes.
Yes, I do believe that 100%.
It was so intense.
First of all, the hours are insane.
Yes.
And runner means running.
Yes.
That's 100% means running. You need you have to invest in a really, really good shoes, but you still will destroy them in like half a year.
You say orthopedics.
Yes, but you still destroy them. So, I mean, is it even worth it?
I used to tell them anatomic, but orthopedics is the correct, I think.
Yes. But then, is it even worth it to spend so much money if you destroy them very early anyway?
Good question.
But it's the job.
So either you go in C class shoes or
C-class shoes.
Yes, they have a special category, C class.
Okay, I did not know that.
Welcome to Hotelier with the Accent.
You learn something new every day.
Improve your knowledge.
Yes, totally.
Even to these kind of shoes. Yes, so you did the runner. You ran a lot.
I did the runner. I ran a lot, yes. And then eventually, because I had above me a supervisor, a sommelier, who was very lovely French gentleman. He could sell you a wine for €150 just by looking at you. Like, he was so good in whatever he did. He was brilliant. And there was another, like a head waiter, I believe. And suddenly all three of them left. It was different circumstances and different reasonings. For example, the sommelier retired, so fair enough. But the other two, that was the reasons. And then they decided to give me a supervisor. So I was a supervisor for a while. We hired new people. We had everything like that. But then I was like, we had the manager. Can I be a manager? And they've been like, no, supervisor's enough. It's like, yeah, that's not okay with me.
Yes, then.
So I left the
Next
job.
step. Exactly.
So I said, thank you very much for the opportunity, but bye.
As your current colleague, I will say thank you to these people also that they didn't promote you. And
that happened in the future as well. So
okay.
Yes, it's apparently a trend that people don't want to promote me the second time. Not this place. In this place, in 4 years, how many times have I been promoted?
A lot.
1, 2,
A
3.
lot.
3. This is my third, I think.
Totally one.
But yes, so I decided to leave and I became a hospitality. I think it was a hospitality agent in a way, but it was building with offices, and we've been doing catering for their meetings, and even on the top floor. I mean, if anyone ever been to sea containers in London, the rooftop views, we had a restaurant there and a bar. It was wonderful. It was really, really nice.
Recommendations also for London.
Yes. But this was part of the office building. So actually it was not, you could bring your friends to the restaurant as if you've been an employee, but if you're not an employee, you can't go, or if you don't know people. So, but there is also other bar restaurant around, like next to it, so you still get the views. But this was our private one. We've been on the rooftop all the time, just looking at the beautiful view of Blackfriars, and wonderful. I love London. I'm sorry.
Yes, just for our viewers to say that both me and Sarka, we are in love with London.
100%.
We have amazing experiences. I was 5 years, Sarka
5 in London, yes.
5 also. So
absolutely wonderful.
What we can say?
Yes, yes. So in this job, it was kind of one of the simplest jobs that I did in my career so far. It was just delivering all the pre-ordered food and drinks to meeting rooms, so quite straightforward. But then they needed a supervisor, so they promoted me in like a month. Yeah. And guess what? When the manager left, they didn't want to give me the manager. They decided that they want to go through different direction and hired someone from outside. who got fired in 3 months. So I'm not bitter, okay?
This is a remark for the manager of that time, yes.
Yeah, no. I mean, then they gave me a different opportunity, and I left. I wanted to leave facing people, guests. So I took a job as a kitchen coordinator. So I was fully in my little office around the kitchens, doing paperwork for chefs and whatever was needed, which was very different. And it was strictly Monday till Friday, 8 till 4 I worked.
8 till 4?
I changed my own hours. It was supposed to be 9 till 5, and I asked, can I do it 8 till 4? And they've been like, as long as the job is done, we don't care. So I was doing 8 till 4.
How is to work with chefs? Because from my experience, I know they are like always very busy. They have very strict ways of how they do the things.
Absolutely, they do. They are. I remember when because I applied for a different job at this place. It was a F&B coordinator. Mm-hmm. And they called me and they said, look, unfortunately, we don't think you would fit as a F&B coordinator, but would you be interested in being kitchen coordinator? I was like, what does that mean? They were like, well, from like the interview that you had with us, you deal with a lot of chefs, which in my past, since I started in London, I worked with chefs all the time. And it seems like you can handle them.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, I think I can. And they've been like, because chefs are different species. I was like, you're right there. They are very specific people. But I honestly love working with chefs. They are very passionate. I've been in situations when I was like, just stop. I had a plate thrown at me once.
Plate?
Yeah.
I heard about knives. I heard about...
Yeah, no, it was a plate.
Or plate.
With the food in it.
With the food, yes. Has to be with the food.
Of course. But, they're in a heat of a moment. They're very temperament. But honestly, some of my best friends are chefs. Some of the best people I met who encouraged me being chefs. I always gonna like working with chefs. They are very specific, and I do understand that everyone cannot handle them, but I have my way. So. And
how you end up commercial executive?
That's a very good question. I have no idea. No. Then I moved to London, and I took a job as a waitress because it was the first job.
I think you mean you moved to Malta.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I moved to Malta. I moved from London to Malta. And was a waitress and again supervisor for like 3 months in one hotel, but then I found a job as an events executive, which I always wanted to try, and it was very exciting, but it's very exhausting. I respect everyone who does it for more than 2 years. It's unbelievably draining job.
A lot of stress also, I suppose.
So much. Oh my goodness. All wedding planners, honestly, I'm kneeling in front of you, all of you. I don't get it. But it was very good fun and very interesting for the time that I did it. But then COVID happened and it became horrible.
The dark moments of hospitality.
Absolutely. COVID. I mean, I could paint. So I was painting in the rooms in the hotel, but hospital events-wise, nothing was happening, of course. And the amount of stress we get because of cancellations and the government deciding we can't do this from day to day. I remember I had an event. The government decided that now you can have some sort of event, very limited, very small. So we had a group come in, and I had everything organized, and it was they've been already in-house, and it was the evening they arrived. The next day they were supposed to have their meeting, and the evening they arrived, it was announced that no more meetings are allowed. And I had to call them, of course, tell them I'm really sorry, but because this was just now announced.
You need to stay in your room.
Yeah, technically, that's what the gentleman, he was screaming at me. Yes. He was so mad. He was like, but this is something. I was like, I'm really sorry. It's literally the Maltese government just announced it. Like, I can't do anything about it. Well, he hung up on me eventually. I called, was in correspondence with the general manager and with the HR, how we gonna handle this, because obviously, first of all, they're screaming at me, that's not okay. But also, like, we understand the situation, like they paid to come here, they already are here, what can we do? Luckily, the general manager was still in the hotel, So he went to meet with them and explain it as a general manager, especially a very lovely Maltese gentleman said, there is literally nothing we can do. The government said so. So then the organizer of the group, he called me and he apologized that he's really he was like, I had no idea what to do.
No,
but
I mean, I remember moments in our hotel at that time that in the morning they're like, people from Italy, Spain, they have to fly away.
Yes.
All the rest, more than happy to stay.
Yes.
Then 2 hours later, all the people from UK or people from Belgium, they have to go. So in a couple of days, all hotel was empty, closed.
Absolutely. This was the day when I decided I have enough.
Yes.
It's not the people's fault, it's not the job's fault, it's not the hotel's fault, it's not the government's fault, it's just everything together. I just said, no, that's it. I do not want to deal with people anymore. And I took a job as a reservations in this lovely hotel that we're working in right now. And yes, I still had to deal with people, but it's day-to-day reservations instead of big groups. So it's much easier to handle. And it's only via email and phone. So it's much easier for me to get through. And then I put my nose in places that did not supposed to be and started to be involved in things I did not think I will be. And
do you want to explain us a bit commercial executive? What is the meaning of it? Like how someone can be commercial executive?
Well, I think that everyone who has this job title doing something different, to be fair. I don't think there is one job description for this, like receptionist, you kind of have an idea what they do. When they told me the title, I was like, I have no idea. What do you mean? What am I doing?
I accept.
Yes. Yes, but mainly what I do myself, I do support the chief commercial officer with whatever she needs. She is my boss and I love her very much. So we work together in anything that we can. I do try to assist with marketing a little bit. And we have, with Dimitris, we work as well on a lot of digital transformation and all of the technology that you can have in a hotel.
Yes, I would say that me and Sarka are the ones that people are not happy in the hotel because every time we are coming with new projects, we are telling them we have a new PMS, we have a new system for the payments, we have a new application.
I came today to reception because there is a tiny little new feature on one of our systems that we have, and I wanted to activate it and show them how to use it. It was very good for them, but the minute they saw me, they've been like, oh no. And I was like, no, this will be good for you, you're gonna like this. And when I showed them, they loved it. I was like, oh, thank you.
We will be judged all the time.
Yes. It's always issues apparently with us.
Now that we are talking about technology.
Yes.
Tell me, what is your opinion about the digital transformation in general, but especially in our industry?
I think that that's simply where we go. That's simply what's happening right now. We all live on our phones, on our tablets, on in front of the screen, so technically 90% of our lives. So I think that all the technology and systems and digital stuff just gonna increase, and it's gonna be part of our lives more and more. And I feel lucky that our hotel actually is so way ahead on all of this. So we try new things. We are not afraid to experiment and test. And
how many times we are the guinea pig for technologies?
We have a couple of our partners who they're like, guys, we thought about you because we have this new feature and we need someone to try it out. Would you like that? Yes. Sign us up. We'll figure it out. We'll give you feedbacks. So we have a few of those. So I'm very lucky. I feel very lucky that we have the opportunity to do that.
Are you afraid in general that this new technology will affect our jobs or some people's jobs?
Some in general, not hospitality speaking, there might be a bit of a potential of people losing their jobs because they can be replaced. air quotes, by technology. But hospitality, I don't think so. I think hospitality always the heart and bone of it is the staff, the people. So you can introduce as many systems as you want, and you're still going to need people around. And that's in the 4 years that we are working together, we introduced so many new systems and things. We had to hire so many more people to help just handle the demand of messages and requests, and because we make it so convenient for the guest to ask for anything that people ask much more. So we need someone who can actually handle it. So even for the staff, we have so many tools that it's just much easier to note everything.
I will remember the time that I introduced the housekeeping, the new housekeeping system, and the executive housekeeper and all the supervisors, they are like, no, never gonna use this system. Can we change it back to our old way to do it? And I try to be like, guys, please give the time and everything. And one of the biggest satisfactions that I have, that after a few months they came back to me, it's like, wow, everything is much better now.
I remember it crashed once and they've been like, fix it now. We can't live without it. Oh yes, I remember that time. There is so much backlash. So that's what we have to deal with, especially the two of us, I think, in this company, that we know that it's gonna work, but people do not necessarily like change. So introducing them to something new, they are, not confident at the beginning and worried, but eventually they see why we did it, and they're like, "Oh my God, well done."
And a lot of new things are coming up, I believe, in the future.
So many. Honestly, the amount of things that we are working on right now is unbelievable.
Now that we are talking about digital transformation, and don't forget that hotelier with the accent, multinational background for almost for everyone in the hotels and in general in the hospitality industry. And I would like to ask you, what do you think, like, the ethical part of digital transformation? We saw a lot of AI being used, we saw a lot of automation, we saw a lot of ways of how to trick the system sometimes in order to improve it. But we are coming sometimes to the point of, how can I say, affecting the culture of people and the ethics of each other. What is good, what is not good, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable.
I don't think that I think like that or see it like that. Yes, there is so many tools now, not hospitality only related in general. There is the ChatGPT is my best friend. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm gonna admit
we
it.
Advertise ChatGPT.
But I think it depends how those tools are used. You can use them to help you, but still, be yourself and do everything yourself. It's just to help you with something. For example, if I have to write a reply to a complaint, I always had an issue to write, to word it, how to properly, you want to apologize, but if it's not our fault, you don't really want to apologize. So how do you word it exactly that way?
We've all been there, yes.
Exactly. So ChatGPT, thank you very much. Because you write the thoughts in and it just helps you to, but then again, don't copy and paste, read it again and put it in your own words. It just helps you to give it, to word it how you need, but you still need to make it your own. But then there is the issue that a lot of people don't do that.
Yes.
A lot of people literally just live with that and they copy and paste and they don't even try to research, they don't even try to look. So in that case, yes, it might be actually harmful. But if you use it as just to assist you, I think it's no problem with that.
Do you think we have enough education as managers, but also as, let's say, when you are starting, when you are that you can deal with this all big data and how we deal with it?
That's as well the point, because the more technology comes up, the more data you have, the more information you have. You collect so many details. for example, just one reservation in a hotel, it can be plain and simple, name and surname, and when they booked. But then you can have, it's my birthday, it's our anniversary, I want a romantic setup, I would like a birthday setup on a second day, I would like to make a dinner reservations, and suddenly you have so much information, so many details. And if you have a hotel of 500 rooms and you have 400 of those guests, you can't handle it. You need the technology to help you with it. So then you can just easily filter it down and make sure that everything...
You think it's not very invasive to our operation and our interaction with our guests?
No, I don't think that it affects the interaction with our guests. I think it helps it. So it depends, again, what tools you used, what systems you used. Like our hotel is currently set up perfect for me, for example. I am quite introverted person to actually speak face to face to people. So for me, the ideal idea of hotel is I just walk in, I already know my room number, I pre-registered, I paid, I just walk in, get into my room, do my stay, stay how many nights I'm staying, don't need anything, and then just leave. I don't have to interact with anyone, and our hotel at the moment can do that because we have tools for that. So if the guest would like to be like that, they can. But if they don't want to be like that, then they can still come to the reception. They can still do the check-in at reception. They can have all the conversations they want. And then stop at the reception every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and just to chit-chat with the staff. Because now we have the people who don't want to talk to anyone. That freed the time for the people who want to speak to people.
Use technology wisely.
Yes.
Don't.
It's
that's
always
advice again from us. That we try a lot of technological initiatives.
Yes, we do.
Is it a word, technological initiatives?
We can make it a word.
Yes, it is. So we have these ones.
It always is about how you use it. But I think that there is a potential to use it really well and actually make it beneficial than anything else.
Now something tricky that I said before about the housekeeping, but I'm sure you remember a lot. What about this technological resistance?
Oh, wonderful. We love that. There is a lot of it. And that's the point, because if you have, especially the management, they are usually quite classical trained.
I have my personal target to remove Outlook from all the employees. I know.
Specifically Outlook.
Yes.
I
don't
know
understand why they're using it still.
What do you have against Outlook? I don't know. I don't mind that, for example. But no, there is, because most of the managers, they are managers because they started as food runners as well. So they are trained in different places and different hotels at the time when the technology still wasn't there. So now they are kind of a mindset is set of how to do it without this and how to do it the basic way and the in their eyes proper way. So coming with the new system, it's like, but why? We don't need it. Like, we're doing it fine. And then we are like, but now you can do this. And we don't give them option, we just make it happen anyway. And then eventually, once they get used to it, once they learn and once they see the benefits of it. I mean, if there is some system that we put up and they, after 2 months, say it just doesn't work, then okay, yes. We tried.
Feedback, and this is what I always advise colleagues at any level. For me, it's very important to know if something is working or is not working.
Absolutely.
And how to improve it. I wouldn't want to participate in projects that they are very strict to what can be changed or cannot.
Yes.
We had to argue, we lost sometimes even money when we had to deal with partners that they were not flexible, with a sense that we were asking the technology to work for us and not us to work for their technology.
Yes.
They were refusing, or they didn't want to do that because apparently other partners of them. But yes, I want something to be future-proof. I want something to be customizable on us, on our needs, and of course the guest needs.
Of course, but the time evolves all the time. New things come up. If you, as a system provider, you are just set and that's it, and you don't try to even yourself improve, then you will not succeed. So we are not saying that we are the best, but we are. we always come in with, this is what we're looking for. Can you do this? And they are like, no, and we're like, try. And then obviously we take feedback, and we have now one partner. We were supposed to start working, the system was supposed to be live in March last year, and we made it halfway running in October because we've been back and forth on what we want and them trying to make it happen, or saying, look, we looked into it, unfortunately we can't, but we can do this instead. So there was so many discussions and so many things, and it seems to be working now.
Yes.
Now we are fully live with that, so it was worth it, I guess.
From where you get inspiration to wake up, and is it social media? Is it colleagues? Is it
to do this?
yes, because as now we talk,
Yes.
and I say you did one thing, another thing, and even to the current role you have, you are in multitasking.
Yes, there's way too much happening right now.
Yes, because I have colleagues that they are doing their job, they're happy with their job, they don't want to change it, and it's fine.
Yes.
But how you can be a person to get all this influence and come up with new ideas?
I like challenge. I like to, especially like in this workplace, I'm very lucky with the management I have and with the team in general. Like everyone here supports me. I've been promoted 3 times now in 4 years, so I guess they like me.
I hope so.
But the fact that it is a challenge, it's stressful, and it's very stressful for me. I'm always like, oh my god, what am I doing? Always crying, always moaning and complaining. But I like it because there is a trust in me as well. I do see that people do believe that I can handle those things, and they know that if I can't or feel not comfortable to do it, I'll speak up, and I'll go to them and we will figure it out together. So I guess that's that people obviously do have trust in me that I can handle it, and I do like challenge, and I do want to prove to myself that I can handle it.
So your advice to the new people is to actually the advice is to the managers, right? Like, trust your staff.
That, yes, as well, for sure. If you see, obviously maybe not everyone has the potential to do that, like, or not everyone is that you don't see that they would be a good fit into it. You need to see who is suitable for what. But if you see someone who can handle it, who has the potential, who's interested, who asks questions, and wants to help, give them the chance. Give them the opportunity to. If in 3 months they're gonna change and suddenly you realize, okay, that's not working, then it's not working. But take the risk.
And here is coming a quote that is a very cliche. It's coming from Little Prince, and they say that your rose to be unique is not about the rose being unique, is the time you are spending on your rose that makes it unique.
Yes, that's
exactly the same. Like, this is what I get, and this is what I want to tell to the managers, to directors, C-level.
Yes.
Please invest to your colleagues. Give them time, give them knowledge, give them challenges.
Yes, and just give them the opportunity to do it.
Perfect. So I would like to close the today episode, room 101, with our guest Sarka.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for sharing all this information with us. See you very soon on the next episode, next Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.